It's time now for French Connections, our weekly look at the intricacies of life here in France with Florence Villeminot. Hi, Flo.
Hi, Jeannie.
France, of course, known around the world for its gastronomy, for its love of food. And this week, you're going to focus on what's been called the Gourmet Bible. That's the Michelin Guide.
That's right. It's considered the standard bearer for haute cuisine, and it's actually the very oldest hotel and restaurant guide in Europe. And the very first edition of the Red Guide was published in 1900 by the tire manufacturer Michelin. Fun fact, the Michelin Man is called bibendum in French. Now, why in the world would a tire manufacturer come out with a restaurant guide? Well, at the time, the idea was to get people traveling around France in their cars and thus boost the purchase of cars and the purchase of tires. So it's a pretty genius idea. And since then, it's really developed into arguably the most prestigious restaurant guide in the world and the biggest source of stress for restaurant owners.
Le guide Michelin, c'est comme la guerre des étoiles transportée dans l'univers de la gastronomie. Ou si vous préférez, plus concrètement, c'est les angoisses du baccalauréat qu'on repasserait indéfiniment.
Now, to evaluate these restaurants, Michelin employs a whole team of inspectors to visit and review thousands of restaurants every year.
Sounds like a great job to me. So Michelin inspectors rate restaurants according to several criteria. You've got freshness of ingredients, cooking mastery, creativity and personality, quality of service, price-quality ratio. But here's where it gets interesting. These inspectors are anonymous, completely anonymous, even to their families. And so restaurants don't even know that they're being reviewed when they are, even though they try to figure out who these inspectors are.
On se méfie toujours de deux messieurs qui sont à table ou du monsieur seul qui vient en réservant ou des fois en ne réservant pas et en arrivant qui monte directement aux toilettes. Et bon, ce sont des signes des fois qui peuvent permettre de renifler, entre guillemets, l'inspecteur.
So those inspectors, of course, are grading these restaurants and they're handing out a very specific type of award.
That's right. These awards are known as stars, étoiles, and it's our word du jour. So they're stars, or sometimes they're also called les macarons Michelin. So how in the world does this star system work? Well, these top secret gourmet spy inspectors hand out various stars according to the quality. You can see it here. 1 star goes to restaurants with high quality cooking, worth a stop. 2 stars for excellent cooking, worth a detour, and 3 stars, exceptional cuisine, worth a special journey. And very few restaurants have the 3 stars. If we take a look at the 2025 guide, for instance, you'll see that the inspectors gave out 654 stars, and you can see that only 31 restaurants in France got the 3 stars. Now, even 1 star is incredible for a restaurant. The stakes are really high. It means more media attention and more reservations. It represents about a 20 to 30% boost in business, and so for many chefs, it's a dream come true.
Le restaurateur qui vous dit que ça n'a pas d'importance, vous mentirez.
Oui, bien sûr, c'est le Graal. C'est comme un joueur de rugby qui gagne une Coupe du Monde ou une Coupe d'Europe. C'est des moments qui resteront gravés dans notre tête, dans notre cœur et dans notre histoire.
So as you can imagine, for a country that loves food, the annual release of the Michelin Guide is almost like the Oscars. Every year, there's a major media frenzy, lots of debates on who won, who lost, and especially if they deserved it.
Absolutely. And in recent years, there's actually been a lot of controversy over famous chefs losing one of their 3 stars. So for instance, that was the case of Paul Bocuse or Marc Verrat, who you can see here, who's a famous chef here in France. There was something called Cheddargate. I won't go into the details, but he went on to sue the Michelin Guide, lost that case, and actually pulled out of the Michelin Guide altogether. And this is actually another trend that we're seeing, is that the pressure is so high for many chefs that they've gone into hand in their stars. They want to get out of the race, get out of the game completely. They say that it makes their restaurants too expensive for their loyal clients, and they just rather stay out and do their own thing altogether.
C'est la peur qui nous fait avancer, la peur d'être sanctionné. Ce stress, j'en voulais plus. Maintenant, je suis serein parce que je suis à 0 étoile. On ne peut pas m'en faire moins une étoile.
Je vais le définir comme ça, c'était presque inhumain. Aujourd'hui, moi, je me retrouve vraiment avec moi-même et je prends mon temps. Je prends mon temps pour mes clients, je prends mon temps pour ma cuisine. Avant, je pensais être peut-être à côté de l'essentiel.
Now, this could actually have a negative impact on the Michelin Guide because some say that it's actually losing its status as the reference for foodies, and it's facing stiff competition from other guides and influencers.
And if we're staying with this theme about keeping up with the times, the Michelin Guide often comes under fire for actually not giving enough stars to women chefs.
Absolutely. The highly competitive world of haute cuisine has often had the reputation of being a boys' club. And chefs themselves are the first to admit that this is true. And some say it's really time to change mindsets.
Il n'y a pas beaucoup de cuisinières dans nos maisons, donc voilà, c'est vrai qu'il faudrait oser, il faudrait se dire que c'est possible, il faut croire en ses rêves, il faut se dire qu'on peut construire sa vie aussi en étant chef de cuisine à ce niveau-là et en bâtissant aussi une famille.
So things are changing slowly. Interestingly, one of the most famous chefs in France, Alain Ducasse, famously said, "You can live without Michelin stars, but life is much better with them." So love it or hate it, the Red Bible, as it's sometimes called, really can make or break reputations in the culinary world. It's also a very handy tool for navigating France's gastronomy and wonderful food, and it definitely will make you hungry.
Oh my gosh, I'm hungry already. All right, Flo, thank you so much for that look at the Michelin Guide. And don't forget, if you have your own questions for Flo about anything French or the French themselves, you can always reach out on social media.